Okay. Do you have any guesses? Do you have any darts to throw as to the price of Steam machines?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Are we
But yeah,
getting
yeah.
out of
So like,
here
we're
under
this this
$1,000 Canadian?
this week is going to be all over the place if we're starting here, but that's fine. I'm good for it. Okay, so Steam, we're doing CAD or
I do
we're doing
CAD,
USD.
or I do not think we are getting out alive under $1,000 Canadian.
Okay,
I do
so
not think it's happening.
I'm gonna do this USD just for our audience.
Sure.
So the Xbox Series X in CAD, whatever, in USD, what is that in USD? The Xbox Series S, so that's the Canadian. What is it? $600. What's the PS5 right now? PS5's like what? Five something. Five something. Okay. So this thing's a full-on PC. It's people are calling it underpowered, but like it is a PC and it has its own operating system. I am expecting $799 USD.
800
I'm expecting
800
$799 USD, which would be, what would that be? That'd be 1.4. So that'd be 1.4
12
times 800. I'm expecting $1,100 CAD.
Call it 12. That's
Because it's an entry level PC more than it's a console.
Yeah. So the original Steam controller MSRP was $50 US.
That thing didn't have haptic touch pads.
No, certainly not. And again, it felt immensely cheaper than the Steam Deck quality parts that would get off of this new one. Yeah, man, I think that's gonna be a stretch.
I think it's not a stretch for the people that are going to buy it. And obviously that's always the case, but you have to remember this is in the world that exists in which Microsoft has come out and said the next Xbox is going to be a premium ultra powerful device. And it's like that thing is going to cost $1,200.
The thing is that it's what's going to be tricky, I think, for people is you can pony up you can kind of get to the point where you're like, I will buy this as if I'm replacing my PC, right? But you're not, unfortunately. Like, it is a gaming device. It's a gaming machine. It's not for, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you can sideload things, but it is like a Steam Deck in the sense that it's primarily a gaming device, and like the stuff that like you can, I'm browsing, I'm sure, and everything, you know, all that. But I feel like just like if it would be easier to like be like I'll just get this instead of getting new PC parts or upgrading whatever my laptop that I've had for a minute or whatever the case is. You know, but now because it's kind of like a side specific thing, you know, I think that's going to be a bit harder. But
so I've run Windows on Steam Deck.
Okay.
And the Proton on Steam Deck, and the reason running Steam Deck Windows is not super great is because it's a weird piece of kit, right? It's a weird thing. This will be able to function as a reasonable personal computer for normal tasks, right? But you're right. It is a what do you call it? A primarily gaming device.
Yeah.
The difference here, and this is the big part. This is the part where the price stuff factors in versus like an Xbox or a PlayStation. Anybody who regularly plays games, whether or not they regularly play games on PC or not, has a big motherfucking Steam library. Like everybody has a big Steam library. Now, what you consider to be a big Steam library can run the difference between, I don't know, like 50 indie games that I picked up on sale to what you and I's fucking Steam library looks like, where I'm crushing it at like 1,600 or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
It has the largest library of anything that will ever exist. And it has no monthly or yearly cost for online services, which knocks a significant amount of the like the way PS5 and Nintendo and Xbox have presented their consoles with paying for online is like financing a fucking car, because you're doing your 50% down payment on your PS5, but if you plan on playing that online for 6 years,
Right.
you're going to pay a PS5's worth of online fees over the course of that time.
Yeah, no, the nice thing about something Steam related is that unlike consoles with attachment rates and such, here it's all baked in because it's an existing library that you already have. I'm curious to see if, like, because I'm if you can load Windows up on your Steam Deck, and you can load it up on your Steam machine and such, is it going to be like, is it going to be like quote unquote conditional like Windows, or is it going to be like everything's pretty much straightforward, there's no issues, no driver problems, no, like, is it going to be would there be any issues with getting into the nitty gritty when you start installing things and using it regularly beyond anything besides simple service level use?
I mean, there will probably be some issues, but I got to be honest, Woolie, I use Windows 11 and I have fucking issues with that OS the fuck now on my Windows PC.
Yeah, by default, this is true. This is true.
And more importantly than that, in terms of like a dedicated like PC space or whatever, the Xbox, all the Xbox PC things that have come out, like primarily handhelds, have all been just bloated with so much fucking dog shit that they fail to function on like core values. Like I would like to play Halo on the Xbox handheld. Oh, hold on, let me uninstall Teams. Like absurdity.
Right. Ultimately, I think if yeah, I mean, if like things, people aren't going to need, like, for the most part, your desktop usage is for a lot of people. If it can do what your iPad's doing, then you're more or less fine here. What I am curious to see is, this is a Steam confidence test here, but it's like, is there actually still appetite for VR? Is this really something that the market is curious about after all this time?
So there's a lot going on with the Steam Frame, it's called. There is probably some appetite for VR that is conditional. And I mean highly conditional. And every attempt at VR has taken the shot at removing one of those conditions. The last condition to remove will be affordability. That will be dead last to improve on, because VR headsets are super expensive, right? But like let's roll down the list. Wires, space,
yep,
migraine creation,
weight,
free and open store, like the Quest. And making you do all that Facebook shit, like killed not the Quest, the Oculus. Fuck that thing.
Headphones, external, or versus needing to plug in separate headphones, and then storage as well was a big one, because the original VR headsets that needed you to still plug it into the PC or an external place to get your games running was dog shit compared to just having it internal to the thing. So
now
the closer
the frame has. Sorry, after you.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, I have no doubt in my mind that the people can, the hypothetical perfect super light goggles that you just pull on over your head that look almost like swimming goggles, or like biker goggles that are just like bam, VR right here, easy, weighs nothing and it fits in your pocket.
A couple years away still.
That will sell. I have no doubt in my mind that will sell, with tons of storage baked in and it's all right there running on the goggles. That would be that's the product that everyone is hoping for or so. But like, we still have these steps in the meantime, and this one seems like it's checking off more of the boxes. But
hey, listen, it's wireless right off the fucking bat. That's a That's one of, I almost tripped and ripped my fucking computer out of the wall fucking playing with a wired VR headset.
But I have to assume that, you know, they looked at it, they crunched the numbers on these things. They don't just release a product like without any data. And I'm sure there's a thought here where it's like, okay, if this is not widely adopted by like casual audiences or the mass market, but like specialists, mainly enthusiasts, and it kind of stays in the same percentage of the pie that the previous VR releases did, then they'd consider that like, okay, that's worth supporting for a little bit, and we're okay with holding that slice of pie, you know. But so, I just don't think it's gonna become the trend that VR, when it first was popping up, it was kind of coming out as if it were like the brand new third
is the next big thing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things about the Steam frame that help its adoption, and this is obviously going to be the biggest shot at this kind of thing. First of all, have you ever bought a Steam Deck? And I don't mean like, do you have one? I mean, did you go through the process of buying a Steam Deck?
No, I met someone on the street.
Okay, it can take a while to build a Steam Deck. It can
Yeah.
it can take a while to buy a Steam Deck, and the reason why that is because they make a fairly limited amount of them because they want to make sure they don't overproduce and have stock sitting around. I have a sneaking suspicion they will do that with the Steam machine and the Steam frame, in which they will make a relatively limited amount and not like lose a bunch of money on it, so that they actually sell all the fucking units that they want to fucking sell. So right off the bat, you don't have the worry of like a PlayStation situation where they're like, the Horizon Call of the Mountain VR bundle, we got a million of them in fucking stores, and they are crowding up so much retail space that they're getting thrown in the garbage. Right. And on top of that, it's a dumb headset in that like it is a piece of hardware that attaches to your computer. And you can obviously set it up with Steam, but you could also set it up with the Epic Store or the Facebook Oculus Store or whatever. It's no longer walled gardening you into fucking whatever, which is like a massive, massive fucking problem with all the other ones. All the other ones want you to live on their store. And it's like, there aren't enough fucking VR games for us to be cutting these up into little storefronts, guys. Also, I want to use the Steam store almost exclusively.
Also, there were some games that were like, or just run this on your phone and get some cardboard and stick it in front of your face.
Insane.
And that'll be VR too.
The other thing is that one of the big things they're pushing with this is that it will also run games locally.
Yes.
There will be some VR games that will just run off the headset.
Yeah.
Without a computer.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive.
Well, that's what the last Oculus did as well, right? Like that was okay, how many I have a PSVR, and then I got an Oculus 2, I think. But yeah, the one that had it internal, and like it couldn't run everything. It wouldn't run everything off the headset, but it could run some things. You know, other things that were more powerful, other older games or stuff that just wasn't, you know, optimized for the headset's processor. You still had to plug that into Steam, and
it also will run
Steam VR.
PC games as if you are looking at a fake television.
Right.
Which means for my use case, I will be able to slap that bad boy on and play fucking Vampire Survivors with no fear of dopamine dysregulation for those around me.
No, just all of the horror of that going straight to your brain even faster, combined with motion sickness.
If I could put it in a port in my neck, I would do it.
And so I'm curious because the whatchamacallit, I feel like Half-Life Alyx has been a big like sort of killer app, to use the term.
It's the one,
right, for a long time now, when it comes to like talking about like the Steam games or VR games. But is there anything like that it's coming alongside this hardware that is like you gotta get this to specifically play this thing now?
Supposedly.
Okay, because
that's all I have for you.
I just looking at the announcement, didn't see anything announced as by the way, even if you're not interested in any of this shit, here's a particular game you must play, and this is the only way to play it. You know?
Supposedly. And this isn't like I have more information for you after the end of the podcast.
Sure. I don't know.
That's all I got.
Yeah. I listen, because a nice way to cut past all of the skepticism I'm describing is to just drop a big old heaping plate of FOMO in front of people. You know?
One of the other things we forgot to mention, and this I didn't know this was a thing that they do. Maybe it's not. The other thing that makes a massive difference to me with this VR headset is there is no setup process. There are no cameras to drill into your walls. There's no sync process to the doodads that you hide around the room.
It doesn't do a box. It doesn't draw. So the Oculus 2 simplified a lot of that. Okay, so I'm not sure if you got to try out like the in-between, you know.
No, I have not.
Okay, so because like the old PSVR and Oculus One stuff is all that bullshit you're describing, wires and doodads and absolute nonsense. And we did a couple of videos back on Best Friends with that, right? When I got the Oculus 2 and tried it out, a lot of that was simplified by that point. So yeah, one, headphones built into the thing, that smooths it out. Again, some stuff runs off the headset, some stuff runs off the computer, etc. And it would look around the room. It would use the cameras around the outside of it to just kind of be like, are you sitting or are you standing? And if you are sitting, draw a box invisible around where you are, and then that'll be your limited play area or so. And it did the little transparent view so you could kind of see the pass-through or whatever. If you don't even have to do that now, it just automatically knows. And
you literally put it on. Yeah, is the setup.
Sick.
And
that's great.
And you plug in a dongle into your computer.
But I don't know. But like, that's all really cool smoothing over of stuff that like some people might have that made the process more complicated before. But in terms of just like, getting someone to be like, I'm going to go grab this and get it as a, you know, a reason to communicate with anybody outside of a game, or to, you know, get into all the shit where they're trying to push like metaverse garbage back then as well.
Yeah, like
I don't know that it was like Google Earth while quarantine was up was a really cool thing.
Cool. It was super cool.
That was really cool.
It was actually super
great.
Cool.
That was a great time. That was a time, you know, and that time has passed. So what I got to see what the killer app is going to be to get people moving on this, you know.
The killer app is probably still Half-Life Alyx.
Not Thief, and Legacy of Shadow.
And the killer app after that, if I had to shoot a gun to the air and proclaim my fucking shot, I would say watch them add like VR support to like Deadlock.
Something existing.
Or Dota. Just fucking VR Dota. Let's go. Like fucking Vampire Survivors just got fucking VR support. Have you seen what that shit looks like? It's a nightmare.
That seems like madness. I have
you know what it looks like? It's the background of the stage is like the infinite horizon, and then those Vampire Survivors level is at like an incline in front of you, like a board game.
Oh, that seems horrible. That seems crazy.
It kind of looks horrible. I'll send you a video.
That seems like nightmarish. Absolutely. But
also, no one was asking for this.
No, I'm talking like we announce officially here, fucking Grand Theft Auto Vice City VR, where you exclusively you can walk around. Complete VR first person
Half-Life thing. If they want to really cause mass adoption, make Half-Life 3 and
point a gun
make
to
it
its
the
head.
Game of the year.
Mm-hmm. Force everyone to do that. Oh my god, first person fucking Vampire Survivors, dude. Oh
yeah, no, this trailer is a nightmare, dude.
That is so garish. Okay. Why you're not supposed to look at these shit sprites this close? Incredible.
It's horrible. I think it's
okay. Look up Vampire Survivors, but it's virtual reality to see what we're talking about here. Absolute seizure-inducing machine.
People are just really pushing the epilepsy warning to the fucking limit on this one.
Speaking of pushing epilepsy limits to the warning to the limit, rather.
Yeah.
You see the new fucking Devil May Cry 5 pachinko?
I have not. This is just constant strobing flashes.
Okay. So, following up off of the hot DMC4 pachinko that brought us amazing trailers of Nero and Virgil doing their shit together and pull the lever and eye-searing devil trigger explosions and shit. The DMC5 pachinko trailer is like it's trying to hurt you. I don't know how.
Let me see it.
Let me see if
Let's see if I can find this. I'm not finding the trailer. I'm finding like edits.
Okay. Let me see. I think I got it here. It's so just. Yeah, I think this is it. So here, bounce around this for a minute.
All right, give me a second. Let's see what I got.
You can look
here.
up DMC5 new pachinko machine trailer, Japanese gambling machine.
I'm actually gonna just put the whole link into the live chat.
I did.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like you got all these brand new renders of Nero, V, Dante. It looks all cool
God.
and shit. And
my God.
Yeah, and like
that's crazy.
You know, and then just every time something pops off, like never mind the sounds and whatnot. It is if you ever walk into a pachinko parlor, it's the most painful, the most abused your senses have ever been. And like, yeah, this trailer in particular, it's like
this is not good. This is bad.
Okay, let me see if I can find.
This is not good.
Like head to, I want to say, like
it's like the visual equivalent of like the old Mortal Kombat cabinets.
Okay, so go to like 2 minutes 19 seconds and just let your eyes.
Oh yeah, you have the specific moment that you're like, yeah, this.
Just go to 220 and just let your eyes run from there. You know.
Oh man. Come on,
Dante Jack,
just non-stop inverted flashing.
Jack.
Holy
Dante
shit.
Jackpot Jack game.
That's too much.
Pachinko.
You can't. That's too much.
Stylish. Oh yeah. They got to get the juices flowing at the end of the trailer. They got to get the little silver balls in your brain. They got to get all that noise going and all the addiction. If you've managed to resist 2 minutes in.
Is that like pachinko machines aren't like trying to addict you, they're trying to lure you away from the other pachinko machine you're addicted to.
Yes, and if you're sitting on the Shinkansen looking at your phone watching a trailer for a new pachinko machine, like your soul is done. You're already cooked. It's too late.
Yeah.
You know? But like getting 2 minutes in and being like, nah, I don't know. And then they have to crank the volume up and seizure blast you even harder. It just reminds me, like, we had these guidelines for Nintendo Get QA that were like, you cannot flash colors this fast between opposites of each other this far across on the color spectrum, right?
Yeah.
It literally said you cannot oscillate between two, and it has to be a slow fade, or it needs to be colors that are closer together, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because they were afraid of the Porygon episode after that happened.
Yeah, so what happened is that Capcom has those guidelines, and then they sent them to the pachinko machine along with the Devil May Cry license, and they said, do everything this guide says not to do.
Strobe lights are awesome, actually.
Here's the secret techniques in order to fry the pachinko brains.
Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, and then alongside all that is, again, you can go enjoy unique high quality renders of these characters doing things that they didn't do in the game, because fuck you, Capcom can go put the effort out for this, and I guess it's worth it. Anyway, Steam shit though. Yeah. Hopefully,
I think this is going to do just fine for its intended audience.
I think so.
Like I'm definitely going to get one. Oh, you know, KZ actually brought up a really, really dead on use case for this that I had not considered, which is they prefer using a capture card to stream because it's a million times easier. And this allows them to capture card stream literally everything on Steam from like an easy to use box.
Yeah, okay. So one use case that I like can see for this immediately, and yeah, others are in agreement. This solves a really nice problem, which is tournaments not having standardized hardware for PC games, right?
Yeah.
Because as it's become more and more common to run fighting game tournaments on PC, and like fighting games on PC has become more viable now, the problem is getting the same setup, you know, in a place, in a venue where you have multiple. And this makes it way simple to have locked hardware. You know exactly what's in it, so performance is not a problem, right? It makes it really good for just like large block purchases and standardized hardware. Love that. But yeah, I could see, you know, I could definitely see myself grabbing one of these. You know, I'll see like the controller for navigation purposes, yes, but
I'm actually way more interested in the controller than either of these two devices.
So it's gonna take a lot to move me off of the PS5 controller right now.
Oh yeah.
But for navigation purposes, let's see what's up. You know?
Oh, it's absolutely not going to move me off a PS5 controller for regular ass controller games. But if I want to play a fucking turn-based mouse game on my fucking ass, then yeah, no,
Yes.
it's definitely going to supersede couch mouse. I fucking hate using couch mouse.
Couch mouse is horseshit. It's a problem most people do not have. We are in an odd use case. However, it fucking sucks. Some mice I have are better on like lap than others are, you know. Yeah, the Razer works great, no problem there. Anyway, so yeah, Steam hardware, they announced a bunch of this stuff.
No dates.
2026, early next year.
Yeah, that's not a real date. That's like,
I mean, I when I see the word,
that's not committal.
That to me says Q1. You know, it says
probably
Q1 26 is how you take that. And then you got the little nunchucks with the VR headset, which, you know, sure. The Oculus ones were fine too. I got used to those.
I would rather buy this thing over any Xbox ever. I don't care what they offer. If only. So Steam Deck has actually lasted. What's that?
But Pat, it is an Xbox.
It is also an Xbox. Yeah, you're right. It is an Xbox. Hey, you should buy an Xbox. Yeah, I'm buying a Steam machine. That's an Xbox, right?
This too is an Xbox.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. If only for the emulation support.
Yeah, sure.
Like also, like, dude, you'll be able to run good old games fucking shit on this thing.
Let's see how fucking Fightcade runs on this bitch, you know?
Like, can I have a console with my Steam controller and I can play Eye of the Beholder too, please? Because if the answer is yes, then that thing's the best console that's ever been made.
See, but that's the other thing too. So I'm like, okay, I know some emulators got their shit going clean. And so much so that they were in legal trouble for advertising them on official Steam.
A little bit too much, a little too.
But I don't know that all of those emulators got their shit together, and I would hope so. You know, it'd be nice.